Right, Mr. Simons here. In this lesson we'll be solving linear inequalities. Right, so without further ado, right, they say solve for x given that 3x plus 1 is greater or equal to negative 5 and less than 13. To solve for x means I want x on its own. So first get rid of everything attached to x. So plus 1 I take across becomes negative 1. Plus 1 I take across becomes negative 1. Minus 5 minus 1 would give me negative 6. 13 minus 1 would give me 12. Right? We always divide by the coefficient of x. So I want 1x to the power 1. So there if I divide by 3, that would become negative 6 divided by 3. 13 minus 1, 12. 12 divided by 3, which gives me 4 and negative 2. So this reads that x is less than 4, greater or equal to negative 2. Right, they didn't give us any specification, so we assume x is an element of real numbers or rational numbers, meaning we include all numbers. Illustrate your number or your answer on the number line. So greater or equal to negative 2, where negative 2 is, we make a closed dot because it's equal to that. Where 4 is, it's less than 4 but not equal to 4, so open dot to show that 4 is not included. We draw a solid line between negative 2 and 4. Alright, let's look at problem number 2. So given 3 minus 4x is greater or equal to x plus 5 and x element of real numbers, solve for x. So first, take all my x's to the same side. So x, take negative 4x over, becomes plus 4x. If I take plus 5 over, becomes negative 5. 3 minus 5 gives me negative 2. X plus 4x gives me 5x. Divide by the coefficient of x. So that becomes negative 2 divided by 5. X less or equal to negative 2 over 5. Or rewritten in a way that you would understand, x less or equal to negative 2 over 5. Right, now they say write the solution in interval notation. So in interval notation, I need to understand it's equal to negative 2 over 5, therefore close parenthesis or close bracket, right? And less than negative, meaning it's going all the way to negative infinity. We don't know where that is, so therefore open bracket. Right, so there that solution is in interval notation. Right, problem number 3. So solve for x given 3 times negative 2x plus 4 minus x greater or equal to 2 times x minus 5 minus 16, and very important, x element of integers. No? Right, so there we solve 3 times negative 2x gives me negative 6x. 3 times 4 would give me plus 12 minus x. 2 times x would give me 2x. 2 times negative 5 would give me negative 10, negative 16. Minus 6 minus x would give me minus 7x. 2x, if I take it across, would become minus 2x. Minus 10 minus 16, negative 26. If I take plus 12 over, it becomes negative 12. So I have a negative 9x greater or equal to negative 36. And minus 9x divided by the coefficient of x, negative 9. What I do one side, I do the other side, minus 36 divided by negative 9. So there, x less or equal to 4. And they say write the solution in interval notation. Take note that is incorrect. No? I typed it in and somehow I didn't finish correcting it. There, x element of integers, so I have to include. It's going to be 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, all the way. So I can't write it in interval notation, right? So there, as I said, that is incorrect. So we can't do that. Right? So there's no answer for the interval notation. Right? Let's look at number 4. So number 4, we have 3 times x minus 1 over 4 less than 3x minus 4x plus 4 over 16. Solve for x. So I assume you can see 4 can divide into 16. So my LCD is 16, meaning I'm going to multiply each term by 16. So there 3 times x gives me 3x, 3 times minus 1, negative 3. That's multiplied by 16. 3x times 16. There 16 times 4x plus 4 divided by 16. 4 goes in 16 4 times, so that's 4 times 3x minus 3. 3 times 16 would give me 48x. 16 and 16 cancel, so I'm left with negative 4x plus 4. So there I got rid of my denominators. 4 times 3x gives me 12x. 4 times negative 3 would give me negative 12. 48x minus 4x would give me 44x. Negative times positive 4 becomes negative 4. So 12x minus 44x. If I take negative 12 over, become plus 12. Negative 4 plus 12. 12x minus 44x gives me negative 32x. And 12 minus 4, 8. Now take note, when I divide by a negative, or multiply by a negative, my inequality sign must change direction. So there, because I'm dividing my negative 32, goes from less than to greater than. Right, and that gives me x greater than negative 1 over 4. Now they say illustrate your answer on a number line if x is an element of whole numbers. Whole numbers start by 0. So greater than negative a quarter can't include any negative values because they're not whole numbers. So I'm starting by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will continue 5, 6, 7 all the way to positive infinity. Right, as whole numbers. Right, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please like, share and subscribe. Look if there's another